I feel like I should start off by saying that we're all thinking, but we don't have the courage to say. That being, I keep thinking the movie is called Ruby Gilmore and not Ruby Gillman, and we all agree that rolls off the tongue more. Also, this movie wasn't that good, but that one could be just a me thing. I saw the trailers for this movie, and I thought this could be a surprise, despite every trailer I did see for this movie practically telling me what was going to happen start to finish. But I had hoped that maybe it was misdirect, and there was actually stuff they hid from the trailers to make audience members presume the movie would be one thing and not what it really is. That didn't happen. I went to this movie wanted to like it, and I didn't. But at least my brother did. Me and my 11-year-old brother Kyle went to this movie where he definitely liked this movie more than me. So I have to think of myself, why did he like it and I didn't? I mean, I do know, because I already wrote this review and I already figured out the answer. But with that said, what is this movie about? So Ruby Gillman is the new DreamWorks animated movie following the surprise success of Puss N Boots: The Last Witch, which for some reason just got them to be more favorable to the public than Pixar, since their movies recently are good but not great. But they make like one great movie and people forget they made a lot worse movies this decade so far than Pixar. Opinions are subjective, but still, compare Luca, Soul, and Turning Red to Spirit Untamed, Troll Hunters, Rise of the Titans, and Boss Baby 2. I really like both companies. I do. It would be an honor for me to work with either of them. I'm just tired of seeing Pixar's dying videos. I am sick of it. Anyways, with that said, I did go into this wanting to like it, since I wanted to, well, like it like any movie, really. I mean, I don't go into a movie wanting to hate it, but I thought to myself, if I didn't love it, I might like it. But I didn't like it, and it's blatant why to me. The movie is written by Pam Brady, Brian C. Brown, and Elliott DiGuiseppi, and directed by Kirk DeMico. The movie follows Ruby Gillman, a teenager who she and her family try to pretend to be a normal family when they secretly are Kraken. But after discovering secrets about herself hidden by her mother, Ruby, voiced by Lana Condor, decides to find out who she really is when she comes across the enemy of the Kraken, the mermaid. Ooh, what a twist! Voiced by Annie Murphy, who may not be who she seems. Oh, wow! The mermaid people like in general, because Little Mermaid movie was good back in the day, and currently there's a Little Mermaid movie people don't like for reasons that I don't have a personal opinion on yet, because I haven't seen the movie, because I don't care, but still, people are like, oh, that looks like Ariel, but the mermaid's the bad guy? What a twist! That's it, okay, look. Sorry, it's just like, also, I saw videos about, oh wow, what a twist on the formula. Like, what formula? Anyways, but yeah, that's it. That's the problem with this movie. And it drives me crazy a little bit because of that. Like, well, all the trailers are like, and I'm paraphrasing, Krakens are the real heroes of the sea, mermaids are evil. And I thought it might be a subversion of where the two try to work together to stop both sides, or, you know, realize maybe we're just judging each other when really there's something bigger going on. You know, something more significant or something, you know, to say. But no, she's just the evil mermaid who duped Ruby the whole time. Like, if I didn't see one trailer and went to this blind where the trailers show the mermaid clearly being evil, it's not even a different mermaid. No, it's just the same mermaid. And it pretends the whole time I'm watching it like, wow, I can't believe, she seems like a good guy. Wait, is she evil? Maybe, but I don't know. Even then, it's one of the most obvious twists I ever seen in a kid's movie. So I was waiting for the whole movie, but it plays this as if, you know, you didn't see any of the ads for it. And even if not, I can't imagine fooling anyone of an older age going into this and guess the character was going to be a villain. Sorry if I'm rambling. It's just, I don't know. It's just really bad storytelling among the other problems of the story. This movie is just a ripoff. No, it's ripping off, and I know this was in development for a while, so not technically, but still, it rips off Luca and Turning Red, where Luca is about a young boy who wants to live a more interesting life above the surface, and has to hide he's a sea monster from a town that would rip him to pieces if they found out. Turning Red is about a young girl who discovers changes that turn her into a giant animal with the help of her three best friends to help her, you know, grow up, mature, through family issues, through school drama. Now, combine those plots together, and with a young girl with a few friends who wants to be normal when she has to hide she's a sea monster. Turning Red plus Luca equals Ruby Gillman. And I don't hate a movie for being cliche or familiar if it works on its own, but I was so bored during this movie. I got maybe a few chuckles, but I was mostly just sitting there thinking about how little I care. I had my problems with Turning Red, but I felt May's friendship was there. Ruby's barely with her friends enough for it to feel genuine, and honestly seemed like they're better off without her. So the Gilmans had to avoid water, and they live literally on town on the ocean. And their in-movie reason why is that they have to live in the town by the ocean, which is probably the worst place you could, hide you're a Kraken if, getting wet reveals you as a Kraken. Like, did they never get invited to a pool party? Whatever. So yeah, the reason is that they have to keep moist. And I would think there would be other ways to solve this. I didn't mind how, despite her, obviously, she looked, compared to Luca, where it's like, when they go on the surface, they appear human. Here, it's like, obviously, they don't look human, but people just accept it because she's from Canada. I mean, I didn't laugh either, but the whole time it felt like I'm watching the plot points of a season 1 of a TV show rather than a movie. Like her discovering her powers, making friends with the new girl who was later revealed as a bad guy, etc. Like the premise of she's secretly a Kraken who fights against sea monsters, hiding who she really is from friends or family isn't bad, but this movie just doesn't work, especially with the romance where she talks to her crush once and that's it. And like when that's resolved at the end, it's like, it's just such a cringe factor of like, oh, how did they end up together? I'm like, people who like math wouldn't even do this. Like, it's a kid's movie. And look, for any positives I have about the movie, I like Jane Fonda's performance as the Kraken Queen. Really, the voice acting is good, but she was the only character that got me to not be bored while watching. Everything else, like the characters, are serviceable, but really forgettable. I like the animation with the underwater creatures sort of swimming through the sea. Other than that, this is just a mediocre kids movie. I was just bored the whole time. I honestly think I like this less than Pasta-Ocalypse, and that movie stunk, but it was so mediocre and short, where here, this felt less creative or interesting than that movie. Even if it looked better, it felt that way, which I know kids are gonna like. I want to say that a kids movie like this is supposed to entertain kids, and there's nothing wrong with it, and there's nothing wrong for them to watch. There's just better. And there are plenty of good movies for all ages that both an adult or a kid can watch, or even, as a family together, that have been done by both studios in the past. And what else can I say? It does have good animation. I can see why kids would fall in love with the main character. But for a family movie or any movie by DreamWorks, usually there's something for adults. And I got nothing out of this that felt worth seeing on the big screen. This felt like the kind of movie, if it came out last year, it'd be on Peacock the same day. I didn't like the movie. It's not horrible or really that bad, but I think I've seen better in other places that go deeper than this movie does, where it remains service level kids entertainment and nothing more. I give Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken a 4.5 out of 10.